how I got into the sitar. Well, I can't put an actual date to it, but I know I was this entry. I can tell you that much. I walked into a Virgin Records, and I was just looking, you know, every once in a while I would go into like world music or classical, or, you know, just looking for new artists, new things that I haven't been exposed to. And I saw this guy, and looked kind of old, but the instrument he had on his hand was really, really fascinating. And I said, I have to hear this. I have to see how, you know, what this guy has to offer. The artist's name was Ravi Shankar. The album was called Bridges. I went home, I listened to it, and it didn't quite catch me right away. But I knew it had something special in it. There was this thing about his instrument, the sitar, that just grabbed me and said, this is awesome. So then I went back and I actually got another one of his CDs called Introduction to Sitar. Correction, that wasn't the name. The name was Sounds of India by Ravi Shankar. And he explains how the, you know, ragas work, and basically, you know, tells you a little bit about how their music is written. It's not like the way we write it in the West, where everything has to be written down, everything has to be played to the T. All they do is they give you a scale, and you know, it's not really a scale, because I mean a scale is a raga will have, for example, on the way up and on the way down. So it's not the same notes going up as it is going down. And you know, that just being able to hear it, it just kind of sparked something in me. And in 2005, I said, I gotta have one. I don't care if I can't play it, I need one. And I bought it, and at first it was really hard for me to sit down Indian style, and, you know, being able to have the instrument and not get tired. So it went back and forth. I really didn't get serious about it till a few years later, when I decided to play it while I was sitting on my piano bench. And from that day on, I started playing it more and more. Not too much, you know, now we're here, now we're there, but it really sparked something in me. And later on, a friend of mine, she inspired this whole thing that later became the flight lead. She was diagnosed with MS, and you know, it was something about, you know, in some way seeing her pain and how it communicated to somehow being able me to help her through my music. And that's what really sparked it. And you know, I started experimenting with wah and a couple of other things, since I was just mainly a guitar player. I wasn't really a sitar player, and I wanted to give as much as I could without really letting people know that, oh, I really don't know how to play it much. That really got started, that whole thing. Before I knew it, I was getting more and more into it. Nowadays I play at least on the bad days that I can't play as much, I usually play about an hour in the morning, an hour at night, and it's usually I play 2 ragas. And the ragas are divided into the first section and the second section. The first section is merely just a drone, which is played by the tambura, and it has no real time signature, no drum, no anything, so you can just basically, it's almost like a Gregorian chant. And the second section, that's when the tablas come in, and the real mood kicks in. So what you did in the beginning, you start to develop, and later on, as it evolves, it starts getting faster. The sitar player and the tabla player interact by feeding each other different rhythms, different things, and then in the end it just culminates and it ends. So it's something that's really taken, really my interest, which started with just the guitar, and now 10, 15 years later, it has become really the evolutionary point where I feel that I can play this instrument every day and not get bored.